Yo, what's up? It's Chee Chatman, Media on Mill. We got a very special guest in the fucking building today. She's a mother, she's a daughter, she's a friend, she's a queen, she's a business owner. We have Breannah Worthy in the motherfucking building. What's cracking?
How you doing, Chee?
Man, bless. You know, me and you go way back. High school. You used to model for Unique Fantasy Clothing.
Oh my gosh.
You used to pull up in the Mustang, because you know I had a Mustang too.
Yes,
so we was this, you know what I'm saying?
I do remember that.
So you, Shanette, Ray Maya, y'all my little
Chee
sisters.
and his parties.
You already know. I used to go crazy back in the day. But you here, I appreciate you coming.
Of course. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. We gonna get into, for the people that don't know Breannah Worthy, let them know about your upbringing. Breannah Worthy as a baby.
As a baby.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, well, I am from Phoenix, born and raised. Pretty quickly, around 5, my mom, she went to Virginia Commonwealth University, and she was pursuing her PhD. So from 5 to 12, I was actually in Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
And so that, I think, definitely was a nature versus nurture change for me, for probably the masses of everybody else that kind of grew up here. The culture was so much different, so much different, coming from the East Coast and then coming back West. But I got back to Phoenix about 12, so this is like 7th grade. And then that's where I really locked in of like understanding what was going on in Phoenix and who was who. And I was going to school. I was living in Levine off like 35th and Southern, but I was going to school in Tempe.
Okay.
So anybody who kind of pays attention to like what that is or why that is, a lot of parents, they were living in Black communities, Levine, South Phoenix, but they weren't very happy with the school.
The schooling, yeah.
So that's how a lot of us ended up in Tempe, because they had open enrollment. Our parents wanted to see something different for us. So you saw a lot of us getting bused to Tempe. And that's really just where I kind of met everyone that I know, kind of got an understanding of like where I was comfortable, what I like to do in life. I went to Mountain Point.
Hello.
Thank you. Class of 2011.
Pride, 2007.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's talk about it. Yeah.
Man. Loved high school. There's a lot of people who have super negative experiences about high school.
I know.
And that was the total opposite for me. I did everything from theater club to pageants to going to every game. Like, I was very connected to my school. And I think that helped me even become interested in the things that I became interested in as a woman, as somebody who went to Mountain Point. They challenged us and put us in a lot of different situations, from like, what was the mini market thing?
Yes.
To
Market Day.
Miss Alston and our Black Student Union.
Yeah,
when I was working with, or not working with, but participating in theater, I actually became what they call a thespian. I was inducted and everything. I won superior awards. So it just really, that experience in high school just really pushed me to like get outside the box, like try something that not everybody was doing. And that's really just kind of like the beginnings of me. I was kind of quiet, but I was always looking. I was always interested.
Yeah. And you mentioned, it's kind of the same thing for me. You mentioned that you lived in Levine, but you went to school in Tempe.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always lived on the south side, but my mom sent us to school in East Phoenix, like celebrity theater area.
Okay.
Yeah. So growing up, I grew up with a lot of Hispanics as far as like my schooling, but then I lived on the south side and I had a lot of Black folks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I would always ask my mom, like, why didn't you send me to like Julian or schools like that? She was like,
future development. That's what they all love to shout out. I went to Future.
Yeah, my mom was just like, nah, I'm from South Phoenix. I went to all these schools. They ain't good for you. We're going to send you somewhere else. Which is amazing that she did that, because I don't know what my life would have been if I would have went to one of them schools. And for high school too, like Mount Point completely completely changed my life. Like completely changed, because I've never been around that many white people ever in life. You know, like
For sure.
growing up with blacks and Mexicans, and then when you go to Mount Point, when I went, it was like 95% Caucasian. So it was just like my first like red cup. Like I used to watch like Not Another Teen Movie and like shit like that, and then I was actually going to those type of red cup parties and drinking Coors Light and shit. I'm like, bro, this is some real
white people
shit. Yeah, we got kegs and people flipping over drinking kegs and shit.
No, Mountain Point was definitely the startup to ASU, because I went to Arizona State too. So it was like baby ASU at Mountain Point for sure.
No, for sure. What school did you go to? You said 7th grade. You came back to
what was that school called? Kyrene Middle School. That was
middle
it.
School. Okay, you was in the Kyrene district. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
They still kind of have that same disposition of like open enrollment available to take in kids, because unfortunately all grade levels in South Phoenix have not done very much to improve. So it's interesting, like even like when me and you talk about like where people at, what people doing and stuff, a lot of it comes from that stock of people who went to school in other places. It just kind of goes to show how much as a parent you have to be intentional, like real early on, because your surroundings and the people who are around you consistently in your ear really make a difference in what happens.
Absolutely. Have you been to Mount Point lately? Have you stepped your foot on that campus?
Oh, okay. The last time I was actually at Mount Point was maybe about 4 years ago. I had a little cousin graduate, and then before that, maybe about 7. I really haven't. I be hearing though. I heard it ain't too good.
It's literally like Fair Eastside High. Like, it is fucking Mr. Clark. Like it's bad. It's bad up there.
Dang. No, I heard a lot of bad little stories that came through Mount Point. Because who was your principal when you was there?
Mr. Kipper.
Okay, I had Mr. Kipper, and then that bald head man
Moses.
and Mr. Moses. They kept things tight. They was on their stuff or whatever, but they definitely made sure we was going to school, going to class, and participating in something.
It's so funny. I just talked to Mr. Moses too.
Oh,
yeah. He's actually he's a history teacher there now.
Oh, for real? Yeah. He's still in education? Yeah. That's crazy. He is committed.
Teacher. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I just talked to him. But I had went to Mount Point our 10-year reunion.
Oh.
So there was a football game there. I've been there, but like after that. But I went, and I haven't stepped a foot on Mount Point campus probably since my little brother went there for a little bit. And I've seen it was a slight change when he was there. It wasn't as when I went there, it was just completely. I thought I was at a all black
HBCU.
So I got there, and there's like a little section for the 10-year reunion. There was probably like 8 to 10 people. So when I walked in, they had a DJ playing. Then it had like they used to have bands. They had a live DJ and
no band.
No band, no live DJ.
What? No one sound? No one band, no sound?
Nah, I walked up there. I was like, where the fuck am I at? So I went on Mr. Moses let me come on the field. So I was like watching the game on the field, and we were talking, and he was just like, it's all about sports.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we want our sports programs to be good. So
right.
Anybody can come here now, So I was like, God damn! It was.
I kind of felt like they was on that, and during our years, and because I went to school for education, specifically education outside the classroom. That's pretty much what I've done for work my whole adult life, facilitation, and pretty much the correlation between getting kids connected into sports or whatever extracurricular activity it is and how well they do in school pretty much has like a scale going up. So they're going to continue to pour into football, basketball, cheer, theater, all of their extracurriculars, because that's what keeps the kids engaged. That's what keeps them excited about coming to class. Not everybody is a brainiac, but everybody wants to participate in whatever their thing is. Exactly. So they did a good job with that. And I think I hope they're just still trying to do that.
Yeah, man. I hope Mount Point lasts for. I hope it lasts because I heard Marcos Deniza is not really doing good.
In like what way? Like the school would close?
Just enrollment wise. They don't have enough students, so
they do have a lot of like charter schools and just alternative. I know I got some friends who are like their kids are in some type of online school. I don't like that.
Yeah, they putting schools up pretty much
anywhere and everywhere.
Especially in Levine. If you go down like 27th Avenue and Baseline, there's like 3 schools on 27th Avenue and Baseline.
What bracket? Like elementary, high school?
Like high school.
Like, okay.
Yeah. So I'm just like, they just putting schools up. Any open lot.
Any open lot.
Let me put a school up. I'm gonna ask you this: how is your mental health?
It varies, but honestly, I could definitely say I'm thankful for where I'm at right now. Mm-hmm. There was definitely a time in my life where I wasn't doing so good. I was feeling that regret, feeling that inner doubt, that inner self-talk that wasn't so good. And it took me a while to get out of it. Just from surrounding myself with good people, having a little bit of alone time too. I think
we all need that.
Often a lot of feedback, a lot of feedback from other people can kind of put you off your path. So that alone time, I had moved to like Glendale for a minute. I was in Glendale for like 2 years, not seeing nobody, not talking to nobody. Yeah. And that time alone really just let me be able to have some self-reflection, taking accountability for my own decisions, asking God for things money can't buy, like peace of mind, not to be bitter, to be able to, get through certain changes in relationships with like peace that things is going to be better. Like it was things that money couldn't buy that really helped me feel like, okay, no, I feel good. I see hope. I see the end of the fire. Like, so I'm happy to say right now, I feel good.
Okay. So you are happy.
Yes, right? I'm definitely happy.
That's what's up. Tell me a little bit more about your family dynamic, like your mom, your dad, siblings. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, growing up, for a long time, it was just me and my mom from birth to 10, I would say. My mom got married when I was 11, and it created a full family dynamic for me. Mm-hmm. My little sister Brooklyn was born. I got to live the whole mom and dad and kids life. Yeah, we even had a dog. And that pretty much got me through those years at Kyrene and Mountain Point. And it was beneficial. Like, I would definitely say, like, having that foundation of a solid family unit was positive.
Yeah.
As I got older, my mom and dad actually divorced when I was about 25, 26, something like that. Mm-hmm. And so now we're in this blended family dynamic. New people, different energies, but I think having that base still keeps us respectful of one another. And then myself, my mom, and my little sister are still in the bar together. So we're still working together every day, which has its ups and downs, but still a lot of ups.
That's what's up. Is your father, is he local?
Yep, my father is still in Phoenix. He's been doing really good with life insurance and different other insurances. Don't get me the line. Okay. But he got his license and being able to sell whole life insurance, and that pretty much skyrocketed him in his career and what he was doing. And my daughter's name is Forever, and I hate to say it, I don't want to put that she an iPad kid on her, but she know how to work that iPad.
Oh yeah.
So
iPad kids.
She gonna call her pawpaw. She called her pawpaw the other day, like, what you doing Friday? Can you pick me up? Can I go over there? So, my dad will pick my daughter up. My mom, my grandmother. Like, I'm really fortunate to have a really strong community of people who helped me through transitioning into being a mother, being a single mother, still trying not to miss out on my opportunities and dreams because I am a single mother, and just having that support behind me.
How has motherhood changed your life?
drastically.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is different. Nothing is the same. I don't even really remember too much of what I was hoping and wanting before.
Yeah.
Everything kind of goes back. And I don't mean to sound cliche, like, oh, my whole life's about my baby, because it's not exactly like that.
Yeah.
But it definitely completely changed how my mind thought.
A lot of adjustments, a lot of shit she got to put on hold. The kids come first. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a good thing though.
Yeah.
I think kids, I mean, they're blessings for sure, but they definitely slow you down.
For real.
Slow you down in a good way. In a good way.
Yeah, they slow you down and they make you definitely have to use that executive functioning method. Like, okay, this is where I'm trying to go. This is what I got going. This is who behind me. What's the plan of action? How, like, it's no more, what's the saying, flying by the seat of your coattail or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I know that, because for me, my little sister lives with me too. Like, I know I got somebody behind me depending on me.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I'm not taking no L's. I'm not doing nothing flim flam. Like, I'm here because I have a purpose, because I got people behind me. And having that hat on as a parent, as a head of household, is completely different than just being a single person with no kids and you could do whatever.
No, that's facts. What the new kids say nowadays, type shit. Type shit. I wanted to say that.
They got so much. I be learning it day by day. I be asking my little nephew, he's 16. Like, what the what's that?
Riz and type shit. But what's a day to day? What's your day to day like? What's a day like for Bree?
Ooh.
From the time you wake up in the morning to the time you go to bed.
Busy, too much. And you know what? It's interesting that you asked that, because I actually talked to my therapist about, girl, take some stuff off that calendar. Mm-hmm. Like, I know you want to be Superwoman. I know you got a lot of things that you want to accomplish. But if you want to do something well, you need to give it quality. And if I'm putting myself in so many positions, so many different shoes, like, I'm not giving the quality that I want. So right now, probably 5:50. Mm-hmm. I'm slowly waking up, getting forever up for school. She got to be to school by 7:30. Full-time parent routine, how that goes. Dropping her off by 7:50 at least. Then I have my daytime job. I'm in social work, so I do case management. So I'm looking at my calendar. I live off my calendar. I don't quite know how a person survives without a calendar.
For sure.
And I used to think that was like only like white collar corporate people did that. Yeah. Like, no. That's the first thing I look at when I wake up in the morning, is like, what's on the calendar today? Because it be so much, you could quickly forget. Seeing clients, grocery store, I definitely value still, even though I try to be a hustler, try to be a go-getter, see myself as head of household, like, I still value nurturing and keeping my household spirit, feeling loved, feeling taken care of. So I'm at the grocery store. What I'm gonna cook? What's getting put in the crock pot?
Hello.
What have they been eating? How have they been eating? Yesterday we ate pizza. All right, let's get some greens in them. Like, I'm very much onto that. And then come nightfall, what's going on with the bar? Did they get in right? Is the alarm off? Let me look at the cameras. Is they cool in there? Is it thick in there? Should I go in there and help them? Or is they all right? Yeah. So every day, it's not really no days off.
Yeah, damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. I remember back in the day, your parents had the Worthy Foundation, mm-hmm. and that was like my first award show. I was nominated for an award, and I actually won the award.
Yes.
But
I was so excited to give it to you, too.
That was just my first time being at something like that in Arizona. I know different states may have like different award shows and stuff like that, but I was just so honored and blessed to be a part of that. And I had to dress up. I was like dressed up, and it was a whole vibe. So my question to you is your entrepreneurship. Like, how did that come along? Like, or are you just such a just a boss female. Like,
well, I can't take all the credit. I definitely come from good stock. Rashida Worthy did that. Like, I've been there every step of the way, but like I said, like when we started our conversation today, at 25 years old, she picked up her by herself, her 5-year-old daughter, and moved across the country to go pursue her doctoral program, like in a city that she had only been to like once or twice. So a lot of this comes from Rashida. Like, a lot of this comes from watching a woman just have no fear and no limits. So having her as a mentor, having her as a mother, having her now that I'm grown, I'm a mother to my own, as a friend. I don't know how I could do any of this without her. Like, people have their mom, and it's like, my mom, she took care of me, she did that. Like, my mother really groomed me to help me, like, see the vision, see the long haul, under, understand and respect the values, morals, beliefs behind everything that we do. Yeah. So definitely, I gotta give it to her. That's really how I got there.
Mrs. Worthy, man. Shout out to her for sure. The Boom Boom Room. I've been there. It's amazing. A straight vibe. DJ is going crazy. You bringing in some cool things to the Boom Boom Room. Yeah. Drinks is just so tasty. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the start of the Boom Boom Room. How did it happen?
It happened because, okay, kind of my own little personal life in it is I gave birth in 2018. And so in that transition for me, I went home to be with my mom and dad. And from the time Forever was born till she was like 2, we was really just all in the house together. Yeah. Like, they were so excited, me bringing new life to our family, an extra addition. My grandmother was involved, really trying to, like, put me on to all the things that I needed as a mother. So we were just really close knitted. And then COVID came. And then we had to be even closer. Yeah. Like, we really wasn't leaving each other. Yeah. So we had this big house, and there was like a parlor in our house. We had like a living room and a family room, but it was like an actual parlor that my mom had designed with chairs and stuff. And there was a full bar on the wall, probably from wall to wall. And everybody just would come over and hang out. And it was our little raised boom boom room. Yeah, we was always talking about, when we coming back to the boom boom room. Yeah. And my mom's a big traveler, and she'd go to New Orleans, or she'd go to Sacramento, and she'd be like, oh, I saw this cute little spot. I wish we had something like that in Phoenix. Yeah. And we also just so happened to be kind of leaving out of what you would call like the community wellness sector of what Worthy Institute was. And she was like, what's my next thing? What's our next thing? And so she randomly came home one day and said she bought a liquor license. Now, buying a liquor license is not something you randomly do. Like, only Rashida would come home one day with a liquor license. And so we were like, okay, we're doing this. Me, my mom, my dad, we was like, we doing this. We just need a building. And we actually had a building already. My grandmother owned this building that was kind of like, where Grand Avenue is, and like that whole little set. It was over there. And we was like, cool, we already got a building. We got this license, because in the state of Arizona, it could be in other cities too, a liquor license is real property. So almost the same way of like, you own a house, you own the liquor license, and then you have to attach it somewhere. So we was like, cool, we finna attach this liquor license to a property that we already own over there on Grand. And it was this lady in the community that was like, hell no. Like, y'all, no, it was terrible. So you have to, when you attach your liquor license somewhere, you have to go to city council and like plead your case of like who you are. And for most people, they might not even go to their council meeting. It gets on the docket, it gets approved, it goes on. But we knew this woman was going to go up there and fight against us. And she had people in there talking about, we don't know who these people are. They're gonna, and what is the boom boom room? Are they gonna have shootings? Are they gonna like just totally tearing us down? And she stopped it. We did not get approved at that location. And so we was riding around the city like looking for new spots, and we were like, okay, since we can't have our own building, like we'll just rent a spot. And that's really like where the real premise of Boom Boom Room and like what we ended up wanting to do with it came from. As you know, actually, Chee, you don't really be outside like that, huh?
Not like that.
Okay.
Not like that.
So, as a person interested in nightlife, especially like black nightlife, some of our hottest things we ever remembered, like Pink Rhino was it for a minute. Man. Yeah, Marley's was it for a minute.
Yep.
But like everything kind of jumps up and then it falls down. Mm-hmm. And a big part of that is because we are promoting it. We are the aesthetic to it. We are the talent versus the owner. And it comes from owning your license and owning your building. So when we were back out looking for spots, like rents was crazy, especially Roosevelt Road was getting built up at that time too, in 2020. And so again, it was like, okay, is we really gonna attach ourselves to this high ass rent and really like just hope it all works out, or like how is this gonna go? And we ended up meeting this man named Tom Carmody. Tom Carmody was like the old lady from over there, but where we at now.
Yeah.
Owned like 37 buildings. Pretty much he's like the mayor of his own little city, because that's really how it works within any city. Whoever owns the most property got the loudest voice because they owners. So he was like, yeah, I got a building that'll work for y'all. And so we in there, we just like kind of like mesmerizing, talking about what we could do and our dreams and stuff. And he just goes, why y'all don't just buy it? And we were like, what? And he was like, yeah, this sounds like something y'all need to own the building for. Y'all, I'll carry the loan for y'all. This y'all building. And we was like, for real? And he was like, yeah, something about y'all. I just believe in y'all, and I think you ladies is gonna do great.
That's dope. That's
and nice. We ended up getting the building from him, and the rest is history.
That's dope. That is dope. See, it's like I was talking about this earlier today. It's like it's never on our timing, it's on God's timing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It ain't never on our time. That's a dope story though. That's a dope way of how it all came about. But I'm gonna rewind back for a minute and we gonna jump back to the Boom Boom Room. Okay. You've always been like an entrepreneur, a go-getter. And I know a lot of people probably don't know this, but where Stand Up Live is at and Lucky Strike back in the day, before the Urban Outfitters was built, that was actually your store called Brooklyn's, correct?
Yes. Okay. So Urban Outfitters was actually always there.
Okay.
We were actually, what's there right now? Is it Pizza Studio?
Is it?
They turned it into a food something after we left. But when we were downtown, because what's that called? That's called Cityscape. When we was downtown at Cityscape, again, we were still doing Worthy Institute, but I don't know. I think we've always wanted to, because the thing about community wellness or community organizations is you definitely got to stay in a box. The way we were working is through grants, and everyone loves to get a grant, and everyone thinks that all grants is the way to go, yeah. But there are requirements and parameters to a grant that you have to fit. Yeah. Not to mention a lot of them be reimbursement grants. Like you use your money and then we'll pay you back. So trying to just step away from that sector and just do something that we were passionate about. Brooklyn's came to mind just as women wanting to be fashion lovers, women wanting to have fashion that was more curated for them. In Phoenix has always kind of had a little bit of the reputation of being slow. Like,
That's facts.
we not getting the hottest and the latest until like a season, maybe two later. So going to the transit shows in Vegas, going to communicating with different buyers. Back then, it was really, really hard to get a Nike deal. Like, Nike was pretty much like, we got so many people selling like Nike, we don't want nobody else selling Nike. So just trying to build those relationships with different brands. We had really unique things in there, like not the stuff that was going to be in Macy's or going to be in Shoe Palace or Champs, but just like different stuff. People who were really interested in just like having a unique style. Like, and I think Brooklyn's was just a little bit ahead of its time. I actually don't even know if Brooklyn's would work today. It's a lot in having a brick and mortar and needing that foot traffic to really like set yourself in stone somewhere. Like, I tell anybody, like, you sure you want a brick and mortar? Like, you want to start online first? Because having that building is something completely different.
Yeah, for sure. And then y'all moved to like an Indian school, right?
We did.
Yeah,
did you come to Indian school too?
I came to Indian school.
Gee, you've been here the whole time.
Yeah,
we did end up moving locations, and that still didn't end up obviously where we wanted to be, but it was still a great experience. It was almost probably like the starting star of how we did end up at Boom Boom Room, because we were almost kind of using Brooklyn's as a chill spot, a hangout of some sort, but it was really a shoe store. When we was like, nah, if we gonna do this, let's do this. Like, let's really have a spot, which it obviously took a lot more investment to get to Boom Boom Room. But Brooklyn's was cool. Brooklyn's was fun. It was all fun. The Icon Awards was fun.
Oh, man. Sure.
I remember because at Icon Awards, when we awarded you, I wish I remembered what the title of the award was.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I completely forgot what the title of the award was.
We also awarded Torre, who's also doing stuff with me. He's always done stuff with me, and I'm so thankful for him, because I'm always calling him like, Torre, come help me. And he always comes to the rescue. But he was awarded at Icon Awards, and he did a cipher, like a rap cipher for me for a grant that we had that was about tobacco cessation. So like ending people trying to smoke, so to like stop smoking. And he was there too. So it's just so funny, like just seeing everything that we put into that. I was thinking, oh, it's for this reason, how it built up, and here we are. Shoot, I'm scared to say it, but it's about 18 years later.
It's been a minute. So another thing, how old were you when you guys opened up Brooklyn's? You were young. You were hella young.
Probably 18.
18?
Yeah.
Damn. That was like so much motivation to me when I used to see you back in the day. Like, you was just branching off, doing your own thing, and I'm just like, damn. It's just motivate. I be getting motivated. Everybody that I bring up here to do anybody I interview, I got some type of motivation from.
Yeah, no.
I be taking notes for sure.
I've been watching the episodes too. No, you're doing really good, and it's again, seeing all the people that we grew up with. Like, it comes back to that being intentional as a parent, and even just being intentional as the current generation. Like, I know you see the memes where it's like, we the adults, like, yeah, buddy, we're the adults. Yep. Like, do something with it. Like, me personally, I do hold my own self responsible for the next generation. Like, whether you kin to me or you're just coming up after me, like, I'm going to show you something good. I'm going to show you something right. I'm not going to lead you wrong. So I need to be doing something with my life. I need to be using my voice, using my creativity to create something in this world. That's what I'm here for.
For sure. I agree. I try to motivate everybody around me. Like, I keep it positive. I don't have bad days.
Yeah.
I do not have bad days. I used to wake up hating my job and hating my life when I was
Ooh,
coming up.
I
And
hate to hate a
yeah,
job.
yeah, when I was coming up, I used to just be mad every all the time. And then now that I'm older and I got kids and and I'm just more calm, I'm more relaxed. I wake up every day happy with a positive attitude. Yeah, I'm the loud one in the house. I wake everybody up. You know, some
Ah.
people ain't morning people. I'm like this. Get up. I'm opening up the blinds. I'm doing all type of shit. Like
Ooh,
let's.
are you gonna let us see your family, or are you very private with your
Nah,
family?
nah. I let people see my family.
Yeah, and
Yeah, for sure.
record,
Yeah.
and kind of give
See,
us like the Chapmans.
see, my lady, she's more or less like she
Nah.
don't like being on the camera. Like me, I get in front of the camera, but she just be like, nah. She's more like, nah.
It's
You know what I
def
mean?
Even coming up here was definitely like something for me to like work myself up to. I've done a few more things, so I'm kind of getting comfortable
Yeah.
with it, but it's definitely like a bridge to jump over to just be like, all right, I'm finna be on camera.
Now, I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I'm actually really shy in real life.
Yeah.
I'm
You
super
know
shy.
what,
I'm
Chee?
super shy.
Low key, when you came to cocktails and conversation, I said, oh, no,
Yeah.
not him being
Nah,
shy.
I'll be a little shy though sometimes. I'll be like, if I can turn red, you'll be like, but I can't. But I'm super shy though, for real. I'm shy in real life, but I
That's
just
crazy. You've
sometimes
always put yourself out there, Lochi.
I'm super
You
shy.
had a YouTube when we was
I, I'm
15.
I know I'm still shy though. I'm shy. I'm still shy to this day. I don't know how I do it, but I'm hella shy. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Anywho, back to the boom boom room, right?
Mm.
What do you enjoy the most about the boom boom room?
Mm, the thing I enjoy the most about the Boom Boom Room is just the opportunity for the people in it to be unapologetically black. Like there are oftentimes, even from our own childhood experiences, like being shipped off to the East Side schools or the East Valley schools, partying in Scottsdale and being mindful of what you wearing or what you look like or how you talking to see like who's looking at you or who's behind your shoulder. Like I feel like when I see my customers come into the Boom Boom Room, they can just be themselves. Like they're comfortable and confident to know like ain't nobody in here on no BS with me. Like ain't nobody gonna criticize me and put me in a corner or not let me in because I'm talking a little loud or I'm being passionate about what I got to say. Like
Yeah.
everybody's on that. Everybody is comfortable being that, because it's real. We, like you said, when you went to Mountain Point, it was 95% white. Like we're still, as Black people in Phoenix, only 13% of the population. So we need spaces to be unapologetically ourselves. Like to be pro-Black is not to be anti anything, but I can represent myself. I can be who I am, and I should feel safe to do that.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Even like you talked about like going to Scottsdale and you can't get in because you got on Jordan ones or
Hmm.
your shirt's too baggy and all of that type of shit. I don't fuck with Scottsdale. I haven't probably fucked with Scottsdale in
I don't see how
probably
they
a
still do.
probably a very long time. It's kind of ratchet out there too for number one fights and all type of other crazy shit. But yeah, coming to your establishment when you invited me to cocktails and conversation, it was just such a great vibe. No one was judging nobody. Everybody was just having a good time. Laughter is everything. I like to
Yeah.
laugh. I like to dance.
And that's different too. Nowadays, there's this new thing called like section culture.
Mhm.
Like to be outside, you gotta pay for the big
Oh yeah,
section. It's
yeah,
a
for sure.
bottle. Only so and so is invited to come in this section. I'm not going in this section.
Yeah, yeah,
You go into the club. There's no dance floor. It's just all couches, and you
yeah,
better know what couch you're supposed to be at,
yeah.
or you might as well get up out of here. And Boom Boom Room is nothing like that. We do have a little VIP area if you are gonna be inviting, more than a few people for people to reserve. But for the most part, it's open seating, mind you, a seat. Because if I come out, I want to sit down, and I don't want to have to pay $1,500 to sit down.
No,
Like,
that's facts.
let me enjoy my drink with a seat. And just the intimacy of the environment of the room, it really pushes people to like talk, like get off your phone.
You gotta talk.
Yeah, like sure. I'm right here. Yeah. You came outside to be outside. What's up?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Business challenges. What are some of the business challenges you face?
The biggest business challenge is people. People who work with you, people who work for you, people who are contracting with you, patrons. Like, I do a lot of work with my team on just customer service and basically just like how to get through conflict and confrontation. Again, still thinking of us as a people, as Black people. I mean, we've seen so many times the dangers that come with like feeling disrespected or sure. like feeling like, oh no, she trying to be funny. She trying to like push the issue. And it's like, okay, we could go that way. But what if we did this? And just like trying to teach my team that everyone can be coming from a different perspective, but what is our end goal? Where are we trying to go? And just being able to articulate yourself, being able to get through conflict, because it's going to come.
It's going to happen, yeah, for sure.
We're not all the same person. We have different experiences. We have different upbringings. We're going to have different opinions. Shoot, you might have just woke up and having a bad day. And I happen to catch your energy. And, like, we the first ones to be like, well, hold up now. Like, well, just because you woke up on the bad side of the bed, you're not going to come over here with that energy. Yeah, for sure. And that's honestly the biggest thing in all business, whether I'm doing contractual work with facilitation or working with people who come in the bar. It's just people are so different. So you really got to manage that. You really got to like make sure you on top of that when it comes to collaborating, because that's a lot of what the work is collaborating. Like, I can't speak to everybody in Phoenix. Like, I need to talk to you so you could tell your people, and I need to talk to her so she could tell her people. Like, it's a word of mouth type business. I can't be being stuck up or, not conversing with people because it's a people business.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. The advice you will give somebody that's trying to open up a bar or business, or just any woman of color that's on the come up, what advice would you give somebody that's trying to kind of follow in your footsteps or just trying to do something?
Just start. Just start. Have something together to showcase yourself, whether it's if it's the bar life and you want to be a mixologist, like go to bartending school. Like, in Phoenix, it's not a requirement, but it definitely helped. Like, we didn't talk about that much, but the craft cocktails of Boom Boom Room is our real niche too. Like, we're not just pouring Jack and Coke, Crown and Cokes. Like, it's a full methodology and like recipe to each drink that we make. So if that's going to be your thing or that's what you want, like, educate yourself. I am queen of YouTube University.
For sure.
I can't I can't enroll in every class, take every college credit, but it's somebody out here who did what you want to do. So open up your mouth, talk to people, ask questions, educate yourself, and do it.
That's what's up. What is your next move? What's your next business venture? Like, what's next for Bree?
The biggest thing coming is cocktails and conversations. We often say it's not a podcast, it's a live show, because everyone is welcome to come. Like, I don't know what the next person is going to say. I don't know where the conversation is going to lead. But I'm going to start it. I'm going to respect everyone's boundaries and respect that everyone has a voice. And we're going to be honest with each other. We're going to be vulnerable with each other. So it's my hope to really bring the movers and the shakers, the people that's really doing something out here in Phoenix, into that room, so that girl who is thinking of like, oh, I want to step out here and create a clothing brand, make my own restaurant, make my own bar. She can come to Cocktails and Conversations and she can meet real go-getters who have done things in the city and shake their hand after she sees them. You know, sometimes we can just watch and we just look and we comment and stuff, but we just looking through the screen like Boom Boom Room, Cocktails and Conversations, like come in real life, like come from behind that screen. It's a world out here that you'll love, but you have to experience it.
And my thing is like too is I wanted to give you your flowers like right now. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been doing some amazing things since we've been younger, and a lot of people kind of look past people that ain't like a lot of, and for me, for example, a lot of people don't they fuck with me, but they don't really fuck with me like that, right?
Really? That wasn't my take.
Nah, they fuck with me, but they don't really fuck with me.
That's like that. So interesting that you say that.
Nah, it's true. It's true because it's like I don't feel like I've got my flowers at all. I don't at all. But
you are a trendsetter and a movement for our age group.
People they be hating on me, but I just wanted to give you your flowers because I feel like a lot of people overlook the amazing shit you've done.
Aww.
I feel like you should be. I don't know. I feel like you should. You up here. You up here. No. I swear to God. I swear. Yeah, you've always been up here. You've always done some amazing things. I've always watched you. I've always took notes. Even when you became a mother, like you just was just growing up. Because I remember you from just you know what I'm saying, a pup. You were in Maya and Shanae. And when I see y'all like when I see y'all nowadays, y'all grown women with kids and y'all doing y'all thing. All three of y'all doing y'all thing. So when I be seeing y'all, I'll be like, damn.
Oh, thank you.
Them like my real little sisters in real life. I consider y'all my sisters, but
you started it though, Chee. Like, didn't nobody have their own brand and was doing fashion shows and parties and putting together whole conglomerates and taking it here and taking it there? Like, you started this. Like, what you mean? Watching me? We've been watching you.
I swear, man.
We've been watching you.
Like, I really been like watching y'all. I be taking notes. I be on y'all page. Okay, cool. I'm about to take this note. But I really appreciate you coming and rocking with me.
Of course.
I just wanted a lot of people to know who you are, what you've done for the city, and what you're going to continue to do for the city. Boom Boom Room will have a description below, the address. Cocktails and Conversations, November 21st.
Yes.
Any closing statements, shout outs, and then you can just let people know where your social media is.
For socials, it's gonna be at Boom Boom Room PHX. My own is at Forever Breannah. But my real takeaway from this is, Chee, you've been doing it. Don't do that.
Nah, I'm keeping it real, man.
I'm keeping it real too. Like, for real, 100. Like, one of the most attractive things about males, and not from like a intimate perspective, but just respecting like men, is like men who are not afraid to express themselves, men who are not afraid to create something. Like, sometimes a lot of people like to put that on the women to be creators. Like, you've been a creator all our lives, and it's just recent that people like are realizing how important creators are, because as we've seen through social media and TikTok and all that. But Chee, you've been a creator like all our lives. Look where we're at right now. I can't believe you asked me to come up here and speak. The Chee Chatman.
I had to.
So no, you are part of the influence as well. So thank you.
I appreciate it. We came up together, so I've been trying to get you up here for a while. Like, so I know I had to look like before we shut down. So when I was doing the podcast before, I didn't have this space. I didn't have this space. So I didn't have a place where I can take somebody to interview. So I was just I was going to different places.
Because it was white. Yeah. It was like a studio type style.
So when I get this spot, because all the other stuff, like, I'm just going to put it behind me. Like, stuff now, since I got this spot open, this is the shit that counts.
Okay.
You feel me? So once I got into the building, I was reaching out. So everyone that's been up here so far is the people that I've been trying to get once I got my shit together.
Okay, well, I'm gonna send some folks your way too. I know it's a lot of people, and like you open to pretty much anybody who really out here doing something. I know some guys who they are in. Don't get me to lying, like martial arts and like the MMA or whatever, but they're getting really big, and they having like fight nights and everything, like trying to go full-fledged Vegas style, just adding a whole nother element of things to do out in the city. It's a lot. The Black AZ Run Club, it's a lot out here, so I'll definitely be like, I got a show you need to be on.
I appreciate it, man. But hey, thank y'all for watching. Steve behind the motherfucking lens.
Steve.
Media on Mill, the Chee Chatman Show, Breannah Worthy, Boom Boom Room, and we out. Peace out.
Bam.